love the channel and find it useful in becoming a happy retiree. Subscribe today. Where does Buffett think the Dow Jones will be in the year 2117? I just let that kind of slide under. 2117, what's that? Oh, it's 100 years from now. It's 2017. Where are we going to be in 2117? So before we get back to what interest rates are doing, so you are hanging on to the edge of your Money Matters seats, we're going to talk about the Dow for just a minute. Warren Buffett says, okay, I think we're going to Dow. What number? 1 million. We're going to Dow 1 million. Now, does it sound like he's just gotten to be a crazy old man when you hear that number? It seems crazy. And as soon as I read this, I thought, wait, maybe he meant 100,000. Wait a minute. We're at 22,000 today. We're going to get to 1 million? Well, let's talk about the numbers for a second. So first of all, this is the year 2117, 100 years from now. We're right around that 22,000 mark today. Where's he getting this number? He's getting it from the eighth wonder of the world, just compound interest. Everyone gives Einstein credit for it, but it's just math. He didn't invent it. Einstein didn't invent compound interest. It's just math. But he talked about compound interest being the eighth wonder of the world. And here it is in great display. So how do we get from 22,000 to 1 million over the course of 100 years? All it takes, what's the number? Annual compound interest of what? Less than 4%. That's it. 3.87%. That's it. 3.87%, 22K turns into 1 million in 100 years. And that's all we're talking about. So actually, Warren Buffett might be a little bearish on the stock market because the past 100 years, the Dow Jones has averaged 5.5%. Remember, we talk a lot about the odometer level versus the total return that includes dividends. And I'm not talking about including dividends here. We're just talking about the odometer reading. So just the rise in price back in 1916, so about 100 years ago, the Dow was at 95. We all know where it is today. By the end of 2016, it had reached about 20,000. That math is 5.5%. During that period of time, though, and let's just get a reality check about inflation. Inflation was about 3.1% year over year, average inflation rate. So the real return, if you discount inflation out of that 5.5% for the Dow, was 2.3%. Not an enormous amount, but just segmenting what numbers, what we really mean by that. And because inflation takes away our buying power or erodes the value of a dollar, what does it take now to buy what $100 bought back then? So at $100 in 1916, I could buy, what could I, for $100, what would it take to buy the same amount of goods today? Well, because inflation has been 3.1%, we would need $2,116 in order to buy today what $100 bought in 1916. So that's just a quick side commentary about Dow 1 million. You might see that. It's not a crazy number. It's only about 4% per year. We've averaged 5.5% a year over the last 100 years, and there's no reason that we won't do the same. Hi, I'm Wes Moss, and thanks for taking a minute to hear about what's so different about my new book, You Can Retire Sooner Than You Think. So unlike other retirement books, this book will give you a step-by-step guide, whether you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s, to learn from what these successful and happy retirees did to get there. I hope you enjoy the book, but more importantly, I know that it'll help you retire sooner than you think.